So I have a question from Jack Biggs. Hello, Jack. My question for you is, out of all the songs that you've played on, which performance of yours are you most proud of? And was it anything in particular, a beat, a fill, or just the way it organically came together? That's a really good question, Jack. I'd like to say, really, it's kind of bodies of work. It's like an album, which I know is a rare thing these days, but an album that I put on and I kind of listen to from start to finish. And it's the same thing about albums that I listen to. If I can go on a bit of a journey, and I consider myself really lucky to have played on some amazing records that I'm very, very proud of. Some really good records and some brilliant records. And I think the first record that really I felt took me on a journey was an album called Cafe Bleu by the Style Council, which was an incredibly brave album for Paul Weller alongside Mick to put out back in 1984. Instrumentals, kind of jazz influence. So that record really took me on a journey. It was a real education for me. The following album was absolutely fantastic too, Our Favourite Shop, which I think is one of the best records from the 1980s. Lyrically, musically, I'm very, very proud of that. And then the first three Paul Weller solo albums are, for me, a body of work that I could not be prouder of. It was an amazing time, an amazing 7 years where we just kind of grew from playing a few gigs around London to playing Finsbury Park and Crystal Palace. It was absolutely amazing, and I'm very, very proud of those records. I love the Family Silver album that I did a couple of years ago with Matt Dayton and Damon Minchella. I think Electric Blend, I think that's a really great record. And I love what I'm doing with Hagen White at the moment. Records that take you on a journey. So many moments, I feel very lucky because I always felt that my statement would be on tunes, playing on tunes. And I do despair sometimes because drummers don't really sort of see the importance of leaving your mark as a musician on a piece of recorded vinyl, shall I say that? That's very, very old. But having kind of something, a legacy that you can leave rather than, just, loads and loads of touring, which I loved, but having all those albums under my belt, I feel very, very proud of. So lots and lots of different records, but it's the records that take you on the journey that are the most important to me.